this fight on 3 days' notice against a high-level local fighter, which, I mean, hats off to the guy for that kind of confidence to take a fight on such short notice against a high-level fighter. Two good fighters. Lauzon 8-0 as a professional. I believe he's 10-2 overall, and Masvidal at 5-1 with his only loss coming a couple weeks ago on a fight card in Georgia in a highly controversial loss. The fight's currently under protest.
For the decision, Dan?
Yeah, it was a decision that supposedly most of the people in the audience thought he dominated the fight, as did he in his corner. And I know they filed an appeal with the commission up there in Atlanta.
Lauzon looking for a Kimura here.
Lauzon has very slick jiu-jitsu.
I'm still thinking about how young this guy looks, how young they both look.
Man, like I said, Lauzon's 20 years old, and as is Masvidal.
They look like they got in trouble in high school and should be settled on this in the parking lot.
Well, funny that you say that. That's actually how Masvidal got into professional fighting. He says he was getting into a lot of trouble for fighting guys in the street and heard that he could do it legally and actually get paid to do so. So he found the Freestyle Fighting Academy down in Miami. He's been training for, I believe, 2 years down there. Lauzon's only been training for 3.5 years in his own right. So two young guys, which is fairly amazing to see guys that young. Nice takedown by Masvidal on the main event of a show. Masvidal looking for the Kimura.
No, Lauzon looking for the Kimura.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think Masvidal seems to be the stronger of the two, but
I believe.
But I heard a lot of good things about Lauzon.
Oh! He's out!
He's out!
Oh, no, he's not out. Replaced his position. Oh, you know what? He's going to get a warning for slamming on the head. I believe he's going to get a warning for dropping his opponent flat on the head. I think Lauzon would be very smart to ask for a break here because I believe he was out for a moment.
He still looks a little dazed. I think he's still a little dazed.
I have never seen that called in a fight before.
In fairness to the ref, he dropped him right on his head, not intentionally, but he landed straight on his head, and that is against the rules.
Well, let's see if Masvidal can capitalize now.
I'll tell you what. I think Lauzon was out. I think he woke right back up and didn't even ask for a restart. It's reminiscent of Suliev and Baroni when he was crushed with that knee.
Absolutely.
And when the ref asked him if he needed some time, he was like, hell no, let me at that guy, and came right back and knocked him out. Lauzon said, no, he's ready. Came right back, shot for a takedown. Wow.
Lauzon looking to pass the guard of Masvidal here. Masvidal showing a little bit of guard skill here.
Masvidal's got good jiu-jitsu.
He's a very well-rounded fighter. I'm also impressed by his stand-up. He throws nice, sharp, crisp punches. I would think that he'd want to keep this fight on his feet.
I would think so too. I think he certainly has the edge in the standing game. I'd give Lauzon a slight edge on the ground game, but Masvidal absolutely is well-versed.
Yeah, I don't give a lot of guys credit for their stand-up game, but Masvidal is one guy who I think throws nice, sharp punches.
Wow, curious guard pass attempt by Lauzon there.
Yeah, he stepped right over the leg.
Masvidal comes here, Lauzon comes here with a mass destruction and combat zone lightweight titles. So he's been in some main event fights before. So it's like looking for a footlock. Good defense by Masvidal. Freestyle Fighting Academy is pretty well known for their footlocks. Oh, good right hand by Lauzon.
I think this is the fight we all expected.
Wow.
Lauzon looking for the takedown.
Good single leg shot from Lauzon. Very quick, because he did that from a distance. And he's going to return the favor on the big takedown. Oh.
Nope. Masvidal says nothing, baby.
Almost looking for a sidewalk slam a la the big boss man of WWE history.
Wow, Masvidal unloading.
Tell you what, it's fortunate for Lauzon he's in those ropes.
Yeah, a couple of the bigger shots got blocked through the ropes.
Oh, Lauzon sits up and lands a left hand to Masvidal.
If I was Masvidal, I'd just stand this up. I tell you what, though, for a 12-year-old kid, Lauzon is one tough son of a bitch.
I'll tell you what, for somebody who took a fight on 5 days' notice, the main event against a tough local fighter, gets dropped on his head and was either close to get knocked out or was knocked out momentarily, to come back and not even ask for a break and just come right back to war. This kid is a tough son of a bitch at any age.
No kidding. I'm thinking about adopting him.
I thought you had me, man.
Hey, man. You show up that late to the fight to commentate. I'm not sure I want
to. Oh, nice reversal by Lauzon.
Nice.
Oh, and look at Masvidal going right to the footlock.
As I said before, the footlocks are a staple of Freestyle Fighting Academy. Lauzon responds by looking for a heel hook of his own. And needs some big right hands.
again, I think that's, in those little exchanges, I think the strength of Masvidal is really what's determining, him coming out on top of those exchanges.
I agree. He does seem to be the stronger of the two.
He says, you know something? I'm not full grown yet. I'm getting bigger and stronger every day.
And I've always thought that Masvidal was actually small to be 155. I still think that.
My hat is off to this kid.
He's looking a little tired in the corner, but I think he's still going to come out and be ready to fight regardless.
Oh, I don't think.
Looking forward to it, too. I'm actually kind of sweating because these guys in my division, I don't know what I'm going to do.
Run to Japan, Dean.
Well, if I had better management.
Masvidal with a nice crisp jab there.
Yeah, Lauzon coming back with some weak punches.
But all he's looking to do is close the distance there.
Masvidal smiling at him.
Go, you first, you first. You first.
Lauzon jumps right to guard, thinking about a footlock.
I got to tell you, I'm digging Masvidal's due.
I wonder who did that.
I don't know, Dean.
I don't know, but for $5 a braid, how much you looking at?
I know this is going to come off sounding pretty goofy on the DVD, but I'm digging Lauzon's balls in this fight. Jesus, I can't get over this kid taking this fight on this shorter notice against a guy this tough and getting through that first round and fighting like he fought and not asking for a couple of seconds to regain his bearings after that huge takedown, which the ref deemed to be illegal.
Let me tell you something, Dan. Nothing would surprise us about you envying a guy's balls.
Look down here, Dan.
Oh.
I figured I was going to get into trouble on that.
Yeah, you know it. You knew it. Masvidal needs to just stand this back up, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't know why he doesn't want to keep it on his feet. Maybe he does, but he's not really showing it.
Lauzon seems to be thinking about that same little reversal he had from the Kimura.
Masvidal's corner certainly should be telling him to stand this thing up.
Oh, good right hand from Masvidal.
But there's something Masvidal feels on the ground that, I think he doesn't really, I don't think he feels the strength of Lauzon on the floor. He just doesn't respect him.
And he seems to have a big reach advantage, which he's taken advantage of by throwing the punches from the guard. Lauzon thought about a triangle there earlier.
Masvidal with a big right.
That's it, keep that, stay there.
Masvidal looks a little bit like Miguel Cotto in his last fight, if anybody's seen that one. Guess not.
No, Dean. Yeah. That's it, Dean. Yeah, good analogy, Dean.
I'm going to have to play.
Way to go. Glad you jumped in with us.
I'll plead ignorance on that one.
You know how Dean is. He likes to make those little obscure references to show how, the depth of
knowledgeable I am with some random
depth of knowledge he has.
All right, Lauzon securing that right arm. Masvidal finally getting it out. The action slowing down here. I agree with you guys. I think Masvidal will think about just getting up.
Go, Georgie.
I'm really surprised the Avalon brothers have not stood him up here.
I'm surprised the ref hasn't thought about it. Oh, here Masvidal goes, right as we say that, throwing some heavy punches that landed.
But he's landing them punches, but I don't think he's going to be able to do the damage as he would as if he was on his feet with them punches.
I agree. Body shots.
That was nice.
Keep it going.
All right, overwhelming Lauzon right now with punches. Man, good fight. Action has slowed down in the second round, but this is another exciting fight. Big shot from Masvidal. Very aggressive with his punches.
And Lauzon balls up.
Throwing wild punches. Lauzon looked for a second like he was going to turn to his stomach. I think the ref's going to stop this fight.
I think so too.
Here it is. It's over.
And that's a good stoppage. That's a good stoppage.
I agree. Big win for Masvidal, bouncing back from a controversial decision.
It's time for Masvidal to step up. The strength, I think, was really the determining factor for this one.
Yeah, and I'll mention again that he typically fights at 145 pounds, his preferred weight. Masvidal looks good, not tired in the least, aggressive, good, strong punching, finishing a tough fighter. I agree. I think Masvidal is looking for a title shot.
I agree.
Ladies and gentlemen, how about a nice round of applause for both fighters, please? Ladies and gentlemen, referee Troy Waugh calls a halt to this bout at 3 minutes, 57 seconds of round number 2. Your winner by TKO, Jorge Masvidal.